when I have been invited to speak at the summit for today, directly I decided the topic and the title also for my session, Critical Factors Driving Success and Failures of Mega Projects. However, after looking at the agenda, I found that many of my colleagues, like Lydia for instance, are focusing on the same topic. And this highlights actually the importance of mega project management in our field. I'm very excited to explore this topic with you and share some insights. Could be helpful and make a difference while you are dealing with mega projects in the future. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Sameh Makki. I'm a project management specialist with 20 years experience in project and construction management. I hold BMB and Agile Certified Practitioner from PMI, and I am a governance professional as well. I earned my MBA from the University of Leicester, and now I'm pursuing my GPA with Guglielmo Marconi, and my research title is Critical Factors Driving Success and Failure of Mega Projects, but in Saudi Arabia. I think now the topic choice is much reasonable. So what we are going to discover and discuss today, some of the points like definition of and the history as well of mega projects, the project management approach which we are applying from time to time while we are dealing with these huge initiatives, project success criteria, what does success mean for us, factors driving failure and success. I will share some and also give some examples from some projects in the past, most of them completed, sustainability and AI as well. We will go through it since it's very important to the mega project and the project management field as well. And finally, we will end by some conclusion and recommendations. By the way, this photo is one of the mega project which is under development right now in Saudi Arabia called Trojena. The main contract was WeBuild with $4.7 billion. It's one of the fascinating tourism location which will host the Winter Games in 2029. They built there 3 big or huge dams and a lengthy canal with 2.8 kilometers. What does it mean actually if we are speaking and talking about mega projects? Or what are the main traits to differentiate and to define, is it a mega project or normal project? The first one, enormous scale. It's not normal scale. It's a scale of multi-billions, huge amount of resources. Many stakeholders, for instance, are coordinating and making some integrated system together to come with a final outcome. It's transformative as well. While the normal project may be constructing a school or a hospital or a local park, the mega project could be railway, space station, for instance, orbit our plant, or NEOM development, which is under development in Saudi Arabia as well. All of these are prime examples of mega projects. Huge or high complexity, as we told, many stakeholders are there and many systems could be integrated properly so we can get the final outcome and the final result. And for sure, it's for extended duration, so it goes for many years, if not decades, to be completed as well. Yes, but now from the perspective of cost or budget of the mega project. Any idea what is the difference between mega project budget, giga project budget, and the tera project budget as well? How we define that mega project from its budget, its cost? Any suggestion? More than 2 billion. Any other suggestion? Giga project? Okay. Mega project up to now, actually it's not something constant, it's a variable. And if we are speaking about a project constructed in 1970 and maybe it's $100 million, maybe we can call it at that time mega project. But now the issue is some different. So the mega project up to now, as per the researches and papers, above $1 billion is considered mega project. Before, above $10 billion, it was considered as giga project, but nowadays, from 50 to $100 billion considered as giga project, and the Terra project, sure, it's going for trillion and more, and not much, or not many examples actually available of the Terra project. Unfortunately, the history of mega projects is completely harsh and difficult and against the mega project management approach applied in those projects. As you see, some of the very famous mega projects throughout the history, like Scottish Parliament building in Scotland, Sydney Opera House, Montreal Summer Olympic, Canada. We are not speaking only about 2 or 3 or 4 times of initial budget actually we are doing, but sometimes we exceed 16 and 17 times of the original budget of the project. For instance, Scottish Parliament building, the initial budget for this project was 43, but ended up approximately with 445 million at that time. For Sydney Opera House, I'm sure that most of us came this one through many conferences and summits. It started by 7 million, but ended up by 102 million after almost 14 years. Not on the perspective only of the cost overruns, but on the schedule also we have the same catastrophic and disastrous outcome for most of the mega projects. Sometimes we are going with 2 years, we are going by 9. For scalable smart projectile, USA and Sweden, from 10 to 15. Concorde supersonic aeroplane, the cooperation between UK and France, it was initiated the schedule for 4 years, but it took 11 years to be completed. You will find some of them on time because we have a deadline, like Olympic. You have 3 years, but the budget was completely out of the scope. We have started by 310 and reached $1.5 billion at that time. I know that some of you right now may come to say how this one is failed, for instance. How can we say some of these amazing and incredible projects are failed projects? And I'm not saying like this. But we have to concentrate and we have to differentiate between one very important term we will discover it right now. One of the amazing and iconic landmark around the world which attracts millions of visitors every year, Opera Sydney House. But that actually, it's not a justification that we are going to continue our approach while dealing with mega project and the project management methodologies which we are using right now to handle such initiatives. How many standards of project management are available right now? Other than BMI, Axelos, or Prince2, what else? IBMA, available, and also BM Square, for instance. You can surprise at any time with many of the standards we have of project management. Up to now, we are not getting to a good result of this project. Not the mega project, only the normal project as well. But now we are concentrating on mega project, and now we have to ask the question, is it a proper methodology and the standard to be applied to a huge initiative or not? I think we have to consider this question for further discussion. Yes, and now is the big question for me, and I think this is the main of our session today. What does success mean? What does success mean for you? What does success mean? Lydia.
Well, for me, that's a project. We keep talking about money and schedule, but I think in construction it's very important to say that there are no potholes.
Wow, it's okay, amazing. Yes, considering some important factors like safety, for instance, other than the cost and the time schedule, and for instance, yes, please.
I think the first thing is you don't look at success as a back end.
Okay. Amazing. Yes. Thanks a lot. I like it too much. Too much. Any other any other suggestion regarding the success means? Yes, please. Wow, it's okay. According to the stakeholder and from which perspective I'm looking at the project. Yes. Amazing. Very good. Many criteria actually, like meeting objectives, adhering to schedule, budget compliance, quality standards, stakeholder satisfaction, risk management. All of this could be considered some of the criteria and KPIs which we can consider the project success or failure. But we have to consider actually the big difference between the project success and the project management success. The people who are working in project management fields always consider completing the project on budget, within the schedule or within budget and on schedule, and as per the scope mentioned in the contract could be success. And I will consider my project a successful project as a project manager, as a project manager, for instance, if I completed on this criteria. But at the same time, we have to consider, did we deliver the value actually? Why we initiated the project from the beginning? The BMI has conducted a research on almost 10,000 different projects, and from the definition which we are calling the success of the project coming on a schedule within budget and as per the scope, they have found a new definition should be there to the project success, which is the project is successful when the value delivered worth the effort and expense. That means why we have created the project, why we have initiated the project, and we have got the outcome or not. I will present some of the factors affecting the project positively and negatively, and I will start by the factors affecting the project negatively with some example of the project. I'm not saying this failed the project, but I'm highlighting actually the factor which could affect the project negatively. The first one, inadequate planning and time constraint. This project is Berlin-Brandenburg Airport, which have been initiated in 2006 and should be completed in 2011. Unfortunately, the airport was fully operational in 2020 after missing 7 deadlines of completing the project and keep it in operation. And unfortunately, at one time of this opening of this planned milestones, the inspectors reported 120,000 of defects, plus safety issues in the instrumentation cable in the airport. The project budget initially was 2.8 billion, and finally the project completed 8.2 million approximately, and the project title in the new paper, 30 years from conception to completion. So this is the first one, inadequate planning. Imagine, how is the planning done for the activity duration estimation and for the quality control and quality assurance, for instance? All of these are questions. Second critical factor could affect the project negatively, political interference. Like what happened in a standard gauge railway project in Kenya, when they have got a loan of 3.8 billion. And after that, about the cost overruns, for instance, they have reached for 5.3. The question was there actually from the community and from the public regarding how they got the loan and what was the condition to get that loan, since the project was never done as per the official bidding procedure in the country, and it directly awarded to one of the Chinese construction company at that time, since the loan coming from Export-Import China Bank. Third factor, poor risk management. Also another example, California high-speed railway in USA. Two things was not considered at all at the beginning of the project was created many of the cost overruns and the project delays as well. This one, funding uncertainty regarding the funding itself, regarding the manpower and the workforce which will be assigned in the project, plus the technological tools will be used in the project and how it will comply with the country regulation. The project initial budget was 33 billion and increased to 128, unfortunately. Factor number 5, poor change management. Crossrail project in London. No one can deny the importance of a project to connect east and west of London and passing 40 kilometers under the central area. But at the same time, the changes happened to all of the direct contract of this project from 2013 to 2018 cost the project cost overrun of $2.3 billion. Final, not final, the last but not least. Yes. Cash flow management, like what happened Salvador Metro in Brazil. Also, they have been trapped actually in how to finance and making the budget reconciliation for the project. And unfortunately, the project delayed more than a decade. So instead of opening this one in 2003, it's completed in 2014. Now to recap quickly, inadequate planning, political interference, poor risk management, poor change management, cash flow management, and one of the most repeated factors available in the research and the paper up to now, as per my literature review, till I reached the team poor competences. Is the team assigned actually to go and to start managing such huge initiatives are capable to do so or not? I'm not speaking about project management in a specific way, but at least I am with the side saying that mega project is not like the normal project. You know, like you are coming with a normal driver for the car and you one with a driving license for a vehicle, and at the same time you are telling him that yes, please go and take this aeroplane and start your journey. So it's not fair as well. And while we are speaking about the competencies for the project manager and the project management team who are working for managing such huge initiatives, also we have to be some reasonable for to not blaming the project manager or on all the aspects happen negatively or not as per the schedule and not as per the budget, since we are saying that there are many of the stakeholders available on the project and some committee should be there, some support team for such a project. As per the researchers as well, there are 4 main factors. If considered, you will go with amazing outcome and results of your mega project. So the first one, visionary leadership. Thank you, Zishan, for considering this one. The importance while we are managing mega project, not only know how, when, and who is going to do so, but the first question, why we are doing such initiative, why we are creating such initiative on the ground with all of this massive resources and all of this cost. Second one, comprehensive planning. Like they say, planning is everything, but plan is nothing. You have to sit with your team on the table and to dig more and more on every aspect you can, but at the same time, you have to expect a change and you have to have the ability to deal with this change from time to time, to come again on track, for an instance, or to see some workarounds to come again on the track. Third factor, stakeholder engagement. They are your supporter. Without the stakeholder engagement and without a plan and strategy for every specific stakeholder in the project, I think it's very difficult actually to come and plan and to get some good results. Finally, technological innovation. Since we are speaking now about available tool between our hands, which we can use more and more and more to enhance and to develop our projects in more proper more proper way. I will quickly go through 3 examples of mega projects, considering this what happened regarding the factors for success. One of them regarding the channel tunnel, or what they refer to channel in England, a rail tunnel under the English Channel connecting the UK and France. Maybe it's not finished on time. Maybe also some cost overruns was there, but at the same time the project achieved its objectives. And keeping the time between UK and France for anyone right now, in 35 minutes you can reach there. It enhances the connectivity, the culture, for instance, swapping. Yes, it was 5 years, the schedule completed on 6, and it was initiated with 5.5 billion and ended approximately in 9, and many other researchers also are speaking about this number. Second one, the bridge between Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and the Macau bridge, the longest, one of the longest sea crossing right now in the world. Its length 55 kilometer, and connecting these three main cities, and it enhances the economic of the three cities and also the cooperation regarding the cross for many aspects and many also filled in this area. The project time frame was 7 and completed in 9. The project budget was 18.8 and completed with 19.8. Finally, Terminal 4 in Madrid, Barajas Airport, Terminal 4. It was also with a good example of mega projects. It's almost 1 billion euro. Its budget completed its time. One of the fascinating design, architectural design actually happened and got many prizes in 2006 for its facility. Project time frame was 2 and completed on time, and the budget assigned 1.08 considered the billion dollar, and also completed as per the budget assigned. Before closing the session, I cannot neglect 2 important things while we are dealing and managing the mega project sustainability, which not now considered like encouragement from many of the government, for instance, but many restrictions are there right now from the governments regarding how you are going to deal with your resources, with your waste, for instance. So on the environmental level, so we are speaking about minimizing carbon footprint, waste management, and also biodiversity conservation. On the economic sustainability, what is done right now as per the value engineering, how we are keeping some other alternatives, helping us to reduce the cost of the mega project, and social sustainability, community engagement, health and safety, like what we have mentioned at the beginning, and culture preservation. Finally, the role of AI in managing our projects. As per the researchers, Gartner, for instance, saying that 80% of the project management tasks will be done through AI in 2030. Are we ready? Are we working actually on this initiative and starting to utilize and play from here and here with AI available tools, or no? We have to do so. Yes. So many, the one from us actually started to try the AI tools. You will find many tasks could be like predictive analytics, resource optimization, real-time management, enhanced collaboration, quality control, risk management. Now, the risk register could be drafted in maybe 5 or 10 or 15 minutes instead of going 3 and 4 and 5 weeks like what we have implemented before. Last slide, because Shineza is raising 5 minutes for me. Yes, I will go with 5 conclusions or takeaways from this session. The first item, we should concentrate while we are managing mega projects, clear and well-defined strategic vision, where we are going, why we are going there, robust risk management practice, since we are dealing and concentrating on high complexity initiatives, investing in strong collaborative leadership, not going by contract, that is okay. But this is not the main issue. We have to concentrate on more and more things could help us actually to achieve our results. Early intervention, since the issue, when delayed in the normal project, maybe it will not cost a lot. But if the issue was delayed in a mega project, it may cost us not billion, but at least a million. So this is not the normal. Finally, and what I see actually, we have to develop some specific standard or guidelines or a certificate, for instance, to certify and to say to us, these people of project management team and the project manager capable to go and lead a team of professionals to achieve a good result with mega projects. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.